Friday, I'm back in the UK and I have not stopped eating all week in France. I've not stopped eating or drinking and it's time to make a change. Yeah, me too. 20 minutes. Heart rate. Okay, back to normal now. I spent the past week on the road doing shoots, but whilst I'm on the road I'm picking up snacks. I'm not being very healthy, and so then I'm in France and it's very customary for them to have beer, wine, a lot of food, just a little meeting, a little catch up. So this past week has been very indulgent for me, so I needed to get back on board the fitness train. And it all started with Joe. That's Joe. On to the actual... Fucking hell, my hair. On to the actual shooting of the week. What did I do on Monday, Leighton? Starting the day with... What's in this?
Oats, honey, Greek yogurt, banana.
So would you call it a banana muffin?
Yeah, but it's a bit deformed.
It's alright. There's a special place for them. So I'm off just across the Welsh-English border to Malpas for today's shoot and then going down to Folkestone this evening. Got about a 6-hour drive ahead of us before going over to France tomorrow. So another big week. Looking at each other, all excited. Can't wait to go, and 3, 2, 1. So here we're shooting a commercial for a holiday company based on the North Wales coast, and they're venturing into new grounds, which is virtual reality holidays. Who knew? So with this, we're shooting it all on a sofa, as the idea behind it is that you can go on holiday from your armchair. And so here I'm shooting with the A7S II and Shogun for monitoring, as I always do. And I'm using the Kino Flo. Now I forget the name of this one. I think it's a Kino Flo Diva Light 20 LED. Yeah, it's a really great light, it's really soft, and I was using the daylight as the sort of ambient light in the room. I was using the Kino Flo for more direct, diffuse light, as if it were sunlight coming in through the windows. And then I've also got the F&V R300 acting as a bit of fill from the other side. You can't rely on the sun, but whilst we were shooting, it was very, very cloudy outside. So the clouds acted as a softbox for the sun and created a very even, diffuse light in the room. So we didn't really have to deal with any hot spots or having to shape the sun so much. We did close the curtains a bit just to reduce light levels in the room, but mainly we were using our Kino as the key and the F&V as the fill. Okay, cut. There's a saying in the industry, never work with children or animals. Well, we worked with 2 children on this shoot. I think one's a teenager, but children. And they were amazing. Then we had the final shot of the day, which was with a dog. And it was going to be a sort of nice to have if we could get it. Every shoot has a few nice to haves, but sometimes when they're with dogs, there's just no chance of getting it.
Just in case the dog works out.
Okay, looking, talking to each other. So unable to get that shot, we called it a wrap on that shoot, and then I met up with Richard from New Productions in Wrexham and we made the big drive down to Folkestone. It's about 5 hours on a good day, took us about 6. So this began the French adventure. Load up. We've got about 6 hours before we're on the Channel Tunnel. So I'm getting my batteries on charge, getting all the kit ready, because I didn't have time to charge everything or get everything ready for my shoot tomorrow. So, as you can see, we're at the hotel and I've turned it into a little production base, sending footage to clients, charging batteries and just reorganising everything, so life of a cameraman. But there might be time for a sneaky beer first. I think there's always time for a beer in there.
It's like
Good, eh?
post-rugby.
I'm on my way.
Okay, bad start to the morning. I'm 20 minutes late already. Damn it. We head straight to the weaving factory that we're going to be spending the next 2 days in, and we go for a little tour around the factory, and it's so fascinating. They've got a museum sort of full of all the old machines that they've been using since like the 1920s, and they're showing us their history, which is a family business, and it's been passed down through generations, and it's just amazing everywhere you look. So today is really the recce day, but we had the opportunity to shoot in the factory a bit later on. Then I discovered the French way of doing things. We had a little bit of a meeting to discuss how we were going to be shooting and what we needed from the factory over the next couple of days. And we had food, beer, wine. This is like midday.
About a 5-minute walk. You drive for about 15 minutes to get to it, but you can walk to it in 5.
5:30 comes, business stops, and we're invited back to the manager's office for a little debriefing of the day. And wine.
Do you want beer for you?
Yeah, I'll take a beer. And beer.
Scotch?
Yeah.
Or scotch?
What would you like?
Beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the paella with the rabbit.
A bit of alcohol opens people up, and we started talking about the history of weaving and their involvement in the industry, and they showed us then the machines that were in the museum and how they used to do the motorized version of what we saw earlier in the factory. That's half a bottle of whiskey in like a half-hour meeting. Au revoir. We were just invited to after-work drinks. I think you can call it after-work drinks.
After-work drinks.
Après shoot drinks.
Après shoot, yeah.
They offered us wine at lunch, and Richard and I, being very sensible, said no.
No.
Or no. And they seemed a bit offended by that, so when they offered us a beer at home time, we had to go and have one. And then they got through half a bottle of whiskey. If that's after-work drinks, I need to change the game at home.
That's great.
This is sort of,
Can you manage to
Another day, another hotel. Let's get organised. Shit. It's like those double exposures you get. Yeah, so we're at a golf course in somewhere outside of Paris. Another day, another shoot, another card, another offload. The company that we're filming at today, they make really, really high-end tassels for furniture and all the fabric that goes with it. They do it in a way that is probably not going to be here in about 30 years' time. So it's very important that we make this film. And that's something I love about this industry. You meet so many cool and interesting people with stories to tell. And that's essentially what we are, storytellers. I think I just slurred my words, so I'll call it a wrap there before I mess anything else up. And see you guys later. So that's just the first part of this adventure. I'll upload another video with the second part. But the takeaways from this: always take a drink from a Frenchman, but maybe don't go drink for drink with him, because that'll end you at lunchtime. But I think this sort of social gathering was really important to us on the shoot because instantly it sort of broke down barriers. Language was a huge barrier on this shoot, but being able to have a drink and communicate with them in other ways and learn about their business put us in good stead for the next couple of days of the shoot, and we got along famously. So if there's anything to take away, it's be sociable and take every opportunity you can to get to know somebody, because if you're going to spend 2 days shooting with them, then it's only going to serve you well. Part 2 will be coming in a few days, so look out for that. Subscribe to the channel, give me a like, thumbs up, yeah, I'm out. Bye! Okay, so that's part 1 of the shoot done. I'll upload part 2 in a couple of days, but until then, stay fresh. That's not my sign out, hang on.